So, I mean, like, you know, Cheap Eddie and Ed Napier. Cheap Eddie qualified sort of about halfway through week number 6. We're going to get this match up and ready as soon as the players are ready to go. I believe actually in sort of character select at this stage. We're going to find out who Cheap Eddie plays in due time. But they've been consistent. You know, Ed Napier, he got his way in there at the last minute, but he was constantly in those top 8s almost every single week. Cheap Eddie also was consistently in top 8. So both these players, you know, they've seen their fair share of path to pro success. And they're going to be clashing on now to find out who's going to take it. Moving on in this bracket, Aquaman versus Batman is the matchup. I really thought Cheap Eddie might have gone with a different character, but sticking with his guns.
Let's not forget, actually, in terms of competitive experience, Cheap Eddie was very successful in Mortal Kombat X, so he's definitely good at playing on this stage, right? You know, on this sort of scale of event, he knows what's on the line. He's played for this kind of thing before.
Yeah, Cheap Eddie.
Napier, I'm not too sure.
He's played in majors, he's played in online majors all around. Competed at EVO, did very well at EVO.
Made Pro League Finals Season 1, MKX.
Did indeed. There we go. Now there's the immediate change. And Ed Napier, I think he was not ready for that Batarang to connect, because that Aqua Armor, getting out of combos on hit as long as you're grounded, it's a huge element. When Batman finally opens you up as Aquaman, you can get out of the combo. Oh, and we know that Cheap Eddie, he's been practicing against many of those sort of top Russian Batman players, you know, Vladdy, for example, where they are fantastic with this character. He's going to be ready for this matchup.
Oh, but there's a nice capitalization. Doesn't spend the bar, probably knowing that Cheap Eddie had trait available. Well, speaking of which, going to pop it immediately, but look at all that damage he's taking on block. Big matchup change, but Cheap Eddie still alive. Oh, interactable. Going to take that one down for sure. Cheap Eddie, a massive amount of meter to go with. Oh, spends the bar on the trade, but doesn't get the damage.
Well, even though the change for the from the deep meter burn is that it doesn't combo, but it still does a huge chunk of damage and is a hard knockdown. You know, so if you can get that second hit, it's still going to be a great trading tool. But you need to get it first. There's the launch, full combo in the corner, just keeping things meterless. That's one of the changes, because you can't from the deep meter burn. If you scoop, you're going to throw them out of the corner, which is the last thing that you want.
But that's going to be a clash coming out from Napier. Going to get a lot of health back here. No bar spent from Eddie. Kind of just content letting him get it back, knowing that he hasn't got to cut his damage down anymore.
Using the up Batarang almost like a zoning tool. The second he opens up Cheap Eddie, though, Cheap Eddie has the luxury of that clash if he wants to, and he really can't challenge it.
But it's also clash and trait. Aquaman can be very hard to get a massive amount of damage on in some situations, but there we go. Air Tech coming out from Cheap Eddie.
I definitely think we saw Air Tech there because he expected the forward 3, which would have been probably another unclashable forward 3. So instead of going for a clash that he wasn't going to be able to take, he went for the air escape instead, and now he's got the option to clash.
To get some guaranteed life back, I expect probably about 2 bars here. Whether Napier tries to challenge it or not, I'm not too sure, but no, not going to. Eddie, a nice 25% with another bar to go with if he needs to get some more damage.
Napier still in this, and there's that classic Ed Napier play, the ending that string and overhead into up Batarang. I mean, he really is one of the only Batman players that you see do it, and it's given him such an amazing turn of momentum. He's in the process of taking this and takes the first game because Cheap Eddie had no clash remaining.
Well played, though, from Napier. I mean, you said, right, that's something he's been going to quite often. Not a huge surprise to see him pull it out today. Getting the first game on the board versus Eddie in quite a close fashion. Might have ourselves going down to another game 5 if this sort of remains true. But do you think Eddie's actually going to stick with Aquaman? Because we saw him, I saw a few signs of frustration there, right? Like he was trying to anti-air certain things that you used to be able to anti-air, obviously going for those meter burn from the deeps, or technical strike, I should say. But looks like he's going to be sticking in with Aquaman for another game, at the very least.
I think it's Aquaman for now. You know, I think if the second game doesn't go particularly well for him, we very much could see Cheap Eddie go for the switch, but for now he's sticking to his guns with Aquaman. And you said it yourself, it wasn't really a matchup thing as much as it was Cheap Eddie stubbornly trying to anti-air a couple of things here and there and just getting opened up, and right there, getting opened up again, but not really able to get much for that without meter.
Oh, that's a nice clean hit from Cheap Eddie. Doesn't go into the background bounce though, spends the bar for the hard knockdown.
But again, not hit confirming into back 1-2 scoop. I think that's either a muscle memory thing, or either way, he might just try to go for the hard knockdown instead.
Cheap Eddie trading a little bit too late. Gonna still get launched by Napier. Oh, nice footsies coming out from Eddie. Gonna get that meter burn trident rush coming through. Oh, I think Napier was convinced that was gonna cross up. Oh, no trait from Cheap Eddie. This is gonna be guaranteed damage. Probably gonna do the life bar or get very close to it.
That's gonna be guaranteed. Those mechanical bats. And there we go, the trade. And before the unblockable connects as well, so that's going to be gone for no cost.
It's just taking another thing away from Cheap Eddie. Unfortunately, Napier really very much in the driver's seat again. Has Cheap Eddie cornered. Misses the confirm, though. Delay wake-up coming out from Cheap Eddie.
An early launch, not using his Aqua Armor. If you can catch him with those Batarangs, or the up Batarang in particular, he only gets out of combos with Aqua Armor when he's on the ground. If he's launched, it may as well not exist.
See him really trying to challenge that technical strike, trying to get damage where he can. Napier not confident he's going to combo off that slide. Oh, another trait coming through, but another fail to block the overhead.
And an early anti-air Batman with the ability to alter his jump arcs. Unfortunately, Cheap Eddie not successful in his anti-air timing. And this just comes more jailing. Ed Napier just all over Cheap Eddie right now. He's going to take the round, but what a mountain to climb. Look at the health difference.
This is going to be tough. I mean, Cheap Eddie, 1 bar left to go with, has the trait, but at this life, it probably won't save him. Yeah, we go, still going to die to block damage. I mean, that really is the biggest change to Aquaman when it comes to trait, right? In Injustice 1, it used to just be, he'd fall out of a combo, he'd be able to block in time and that would be it. Whereas now, if he's blocking while that's happening, he's actually going to take full damage from the attacks he's blocking. And against a character like Batman, that can chunk your life down very quickly.
There are a few characters in this game that if he aqua armors, he takes more damage than he would have taken if he didn't do it. It's just one of those funny scenarios, but unfortunately didn't quite help him out here, but this is what we expected. He's thinking about who to change to. Might even actually go Superman. We know he plays Superman, Black Adam, Aquaman, the classic, the classic Injustice characters. Cheap Eddie plays them all. Which one for the final match? That's the
taking his time. I mean, winner's bracket basically is on the line here. You don't want to go down to lower bracket round 1 if you can help it, but he's going to stick to his guns, go to Aquaman. Hopefully we see some kind of adjustment that will help, but he hasn't got long to do it. And like you said, a bit of a mountain to climb. 3 games in a row, just to stay winner's side.
When you're on the back foot, having to make 3 games when you know how much you're playing for, it's tough. It can definitely be tough. And it takes experience to sort of power through that. Cheap Eddie has more than enough.
I'm about to say, yeah, experience that we know that Cheap Eddie has competitively, but whether you can do it now. Oh, Napier tries to let go of the bats, but the first hit's still going to go to Cheap Eddie.
But again, trying to trip guard, but trip guarding Batman is risky business when he has so many ways to alter his jump arc and the payout of a full jump in as well.
Oh, catches the overhead, and I like that prediction. Cheap Eddie throwing out the overhead, thinking that Napier's going to jump or forward dash in, and gets to read twice.
But it really is those mechanical bats. The second he gets those mechanical bats in play, Cheap Eddie can't really press too many buttons from that jump distance because he will get whiff punished. And if he's got no character power, it's a free combo. And wow, wake up Trident Rush.
All the down ones under the mechanical bat, but no damage payout. Good. Down 2 coming out of Cheap Eddie. Oh, spends the bar just to get the corner positioning. But
Very
wake
smart.
up slide from Napier just to get out immediately.
On the jailing mechanical bats from that environment interaction, and Napier, and I'm going to say, surprisingly, actually, he's on match point. I expected this right now to be a bit closer, but Cheap Eddie having a bit of a Batman
see a
problem.
game 5 at least, but Napier is just playing super good. Cheap Eddie, though, managing to get a return life bar, has a lot more bar than Napier, so could definitely make this game, but he's going to have to do it convincingly, I think, just to keep that momentum going into the final game. Box overhead this time. I mean, I think really Cheap Eddie, I think should have been a bit more content just sitting there and blocking that string the whole time. Because even if you do block the meter burn up Batarang, you're still at a range that Batman can't really do much to you.
Oh, I just don't think he was ready for it. You know, it's something that you just don't
case
see.
For a point there, right? That's what I'm talking about. You block it at that range, and Batman just isn't close enough to do anything from it.
There's that Meatbird Trident Rush, still safe, still does good damage. Wow, NJ, the initial jump actually gets around, but no successful whiff punish. Huge damage. Even though it doesn't launch, 200 damage, it's still 200 damage.
Oh wow, there's a nice down 2 to challenge. Nice pickup on the forward 2 as well. Cheap Eddie getting as much damage as possible. Hard knockdown. What's he going to do here? Oh, tries to get the tentacle strike.
It's not going to kill because it doesn't launch at the moment. And there we go.
Oh, the clash. Oh, only just alive.
So, I mean, Cheap Eddie has a clash himself. So he's no doubt going to spend 2 here. They're going to break even. He only needs 1 more hit. Napier has to open him up a lot more than just 1 time because he had the clash, he had the aqua armor. A bit too much work, I think, for one man, and not able to take this next game. So it's 2-1.
I think the main difference there in that game, though, was Cheap Eddie's defense was a lot stronger. Like, he wasn't getting opened up by... I mean, in the first few games, he was doing a lot of sort of backdashes where he shouldn't be and was getting hit in situations he wasn't able to block, kind of not blocking a lot of jump-ins that I don't want to say should have been easy blocks, because obviously, you know, when you're playing in a situation, easy things can all of a sudden become a lot more difficult. But overall, Cheap Eddie's blocks were a lot more on point. He was a bit more accurate on when to sit still, when to backdash.
Now we're on Gorilla City. Pre-patch, neither of these characters really needed to mine too much, but now Aquaman needs to launch with Scoop for a bit less damage. Aquaman welcomes those background bounces like heartily, like he will happily take that increased damage.
Oh, those bats went left, some of them went right, none of them went where they needed to go.
I'm pretty sure.
Be a clean first hit for Cheap Eddie, wow.
I'm pretty sure Cheap Eddie as well, actually, that wasn't really a deliberate drop. He was trying to go for a background bounce, but just on the wrong side. A bit too far away. Hasn't really hurt his damage too much, and that's a great trade. Just get the bats away from Batman and do damage at the same time.
I like the way Cheap Eddie is just starting to use those down 2s just to put up that wall in front of him. So if Napier just decides to run in forward dash or do something, the down 2 is going to catch me in just sort of case of point like that, but gets read by Napier and gets a clean full combo on it.
Oh!
Oh, anti-cross up down one, the MKX tech.
Now the stand in 3, trying to catch that damage. Unfortunately, he has let Napier out of the corner. And no, a clean jump.
The bar going. Look at the patience from Cheap Eddie. Tries to down 2 out, but going to get hit anyway. Napier manages to steal the first life bar back, but a lot of bar on the side of Cheap Eddie.
Batman is covered in plus frames. And again, tries to down 2. And even though he was in... Look how much damage he just took. He took so much damage because of that aqua armor.
Still though, 4 bars. He has a lot to get the clash back if he gets the opportunity.
I love that. The forward 2 to catch Batman as he runs in. Like, it's a really nice read, and it's worked out most of the time. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Has to clash this. How much is he going to spend? I mean, maybe 2 or 3?
I expect 3. I expect 3 here. Just to get as much life back as possible. Already, you know, the aqua armor doing as much damage to you as it does. You kind of need all the health you can get. But still, keep hold of 2.
Keeping him near the corner.
All plus frames. And there's the respect from Napier. I like that.
I like the adjustment. I know back 1, 2, 3, and I'm surprised that hit. But I was about to say back 1, 2, 3 is not plus, but 1, 1, 2, 3 still is. So I love the fact that Cheap Eddie went for that adjustment. Go for the different string.
Nice backdash out of that string too. Cheap Eddie with the knowledge. Hard knockdown. What's the setup?
Oh, wow!
The wake up!
The Forever King successfully lands. Oh, no!
Full whiff punish.
Uh-oh.
Cheap Eddie still alive. Napier doesn't have the bar to meter burn any of these.
The trait doesn't
Not
exist.
yet, at least.
The trait does not exist anymore. A couple more of those. He's going to build bar. Cheap Eddie has to go in. Oh, no.
Any of these could be meter burn for damage. That's going to be...
Oh!
No, he's alive! He's still alive! Cheap Eddie, throw the lifeline. Critical health.
Oh, no. The bat. The jump. No!
Doesn't quite do it in time. Cheap Eddie going for the trade, but the Batarang going to connect in time anyway. And he's still going to go down. Cheap Eddie, really good adjustment, but Napier just, when you've gotten critical life versus Batman, there's only so much you can do.
He's got mechanical bats. He's got Batarang that he can throw up or towards. He can meter burn it to be not plus anymore, but still with that massive explosion.
He is the
but
Batman.
I mean,
he has many tools in his utility belt at his disposal.
He's ready for every fight, isn't he? But now, Jim, as a Batman player, well, what was it about that matchup that just made Napier come out on top, specifically against Aquaman?
He seemed a lot more comfortable in kind of that one dash range. He knew when he had his bat, he could dash in, he could jump in, and it took Cheap Eddie to that 3rd game to get comfortable either blocking the bat and then anti-airing, or blocking the bat and then contesting or trip guarding. And it was those, he took it, like Napier took those first 2 games away from him because he wasn't comfortable in that area.